Clarkson calling from the Marion County District Attorney's Office.
Hi.
Hi, I'm returning your call.
Yes, I have been wanting to talk to you for a very long time. Well, I've been trying to get somebody to talk to me about the situation that had happened.
Okay, what can I do for you?
Well, I'm not sure how well you are aware of the case 14C42686 dealing with Matthew Johnson Jr. and I. And I'm not sure if you're aware of Douglas Christopher Hanson, who was actually the DA originated on this case. I have a few concerns.
Okay.
My major concern is, how did I go from being a victim to a witness?
Well, I don't exactly know what the nature of your question is. Do you mean what the designation by...
Well, my thing is this. If the charges of my husband is promoting prostitution, and they're saying that I'm a witness to him promoting prostitution, then who would be the victim to the case? Because originally, Douglas Christopher Hanson indicating that I was a victim, and he filed vulnerable victim on his attorney, Gail Ryder, saying I was a vulnerable victim. But yet I was charged with prostitution. So
I can't really... was that a part of a conversation you had with Mr. Hanson back in the day, or what was the nature of that?
Well, this is what had happened. I went to Salem, Marion County. I got caught with the Salem Police Department by Roger Smith, whose initial arrest was to arrest me because I was the prostitute that was found on Backpage. Because the initial arrest was supposed to be for me, instead of them arresting me, they gave me a citation to appear back in court 30 days later, but they arrested my husband, indicating that he was soliciting me as a prostitute and that I was a vulnerable victim. But according to the...
Well, can I just ask you a question really quick, Jessica?
Mm-hmm.
What is this? Because I show that this case has long been adjudicated a while back. So what are your concerns right now?
Well,
what is this?
Well,
what do you need solved right this minute?
Well, a lot needs to be solved. I was used...
So I guess that's what I need to know. So I can't tell from your question what you want us to solve.
I was used in a criminal case to prosecute my husband illegally.
Okay.
I was used...
Well, that helps me. So here's what I can tell you about that. And I understand you sound frustrated, and I understand that. But here's what I can tell right now. What I can tell is this case is over. It's been adjudicated. So it sounds like you have some complaints maybe about how the case was handled by a DA in the office or the deputy DA who handled it. And I can appreciate that. Sounds like you're frustrated about that. But this case is over at this juncture.
But how is it over when he's been under appeal, and then there's a DA and your office is taking over the case?
Well, once it's on appeal, that's no longer within our jurisdiction. So if he's appealing it, then that needs to be handled at the appellate level. But at the DA, hold on, let me just answer your question. At the DA level, we've dealt with this case already. This case is closed and it's been adjudicated. So there's been a ruling by a judge, there's been a finding by a judge, there's been a sentencing by a judge. So if you have complaints or you have concerns at this juncture, there's nothing more we can do for you here at the Marion County DA's office. If you have concerns about how you were handled as a victim, there are places that you can contact for victims' rights services.
How when I'm being blocked?
I'm sorry, what?
I'm being blocked. I call the Oregon Victim Crime Law Center. They send me back to your guys' office. I contact, the appellate level. They tell me to contact your guys' because everything's dealing with the Marion County DA's office because it originated in the Marion County DA's office because it was you guys that...
I don't know why anyone would be telling you to contact us because we don't have any jurisdiction over this case right now. If it's on appeal, then it's being handled on appeal. And if that's the case, then your husband, is he still your husband now, or?
He's always been my husband before the case.
Okay.
And then that's what I'm saying.
But you're still married now. I'm just trying to make sure I understand that relationship of everyone. Sure. No, I understand. So if your husband's appealing that case right now, he has a lawyer. So you can talk to that lawyer. They can help you work through any concerns you have with regard to the appeal. But what I'm telling you is right now, your designation in this case doesn't have anything to do with his appeal. Like, that's a separate and distinct matter, and he can still pursue that, regardless of how you're designated.
Okay, so then why is, if you guys don't have any adjudication on this case because it was closed, then who's Douglas Prince that's on this case that's from your office that's on his appeal?
He's assigned to the appeal. But that's a separate matter than how you're designated. Those aren't the issues on appeal.
But he's in your office.
Correct. He's handling the appeal. Does your husband have a lawyer on his case on the appeal?
I've tried to talk to his attorney. Nobody wants to seem to talk to me because of the evidence that I have. I have documentations that came from your guys' office indicating that I was a vulnerable victim, but you have people at your office telling me that I switched because I didn't want to be a victim, that I wanted to be a witness. That doesn't happen because of this little bit that they know that I've been through a pimping and pandering case where I was a vulnerable victim as a child, 16, 17 years old. So I know how the process works. But what Douglas Hanson did, as I recorded for an hour and 40 minutes, he wasn't even supposed to talk to me because of the simple fact that due to the rules of evidence, I had wrote the judge. And because I wrote the judge indicating that what the DA had done, he broke my civil liberties because he said that I was not allowed to claim my marital privilege because he made me into a vulnerable victim. You can't do that.
So, Ms. Johnson, let me just tell you, I can tell that you have lots of things that you would like to list as a complaint. What I'm telling you right now is that there's an appellate process that if those are appropriate, that could be included in an appeal. So here are your two options. You can contact the appellate attorney and have them included in some sort of an appellate action. But we can't do that for you. I'm not your lawyer. That's just the way the system works. So you can contact that attorney, and I can help you figure out who that is. You can contact that attorney, and they can help you work through what might be an appropriate appellate issue.
But you're off. But before.
Hold on, Ms. Johnson. Let me just finish, okay? And so they can help you work through that if that's appropriate. The other option you have, because it also sounds like you have some complaints about how my office handled this issue back in 2014, you can contact the Victims' Rights Task Force and talk to them about that. And they can help you to know whether you have an action.
I have already contacted them. I've contacted everybody in the last 4 years dealing with the Attorney General's victims. I've talked to Helen. I've talked to Kim Larson. I've talked to everybody.
Let me ask you this, Ms. Johnson. If nobody is able to help you, do you think that maybe that's an indication that there's nothing more that anybody can do?
What it is that Douglas Hanson is blocking it because he works at the city of attorney working as a city of Salem office, and I know that, and he's blackballing us, and that's not fair because he violated my constitutional rights, period, from your office.
Here's what I can tell you. Mr. Hanson doesn't work here. He has nothing to do with this. Hold on, let me just finish. Let me just finish telling you, and then you can continue to yell at me if you want to. But Mr. Hanson doesn't work here any longer. He has absolutely nothing to do with this case. The matter that is before the court now is on appeal. There is a judge who will listen to all of this, and if you have a valid issue, if there is a valid issue on appeal, a judge will hear that, and they will manage that. That is the purpose of an appeal. So that's being managed. Mr. Hanson has nothing to do with this case. He doesn't work here. He doesn't handle these kinds of cases. I don't see him here in this office handling anything. He doesn't work for us. So I know you have it sounds like a lot of specific concerns about Mr. Hanson, but that doesn't have anything to do with what's going on now. So I can tell you're frustrated, and I appreciate that.
Because you guys are all covering this. No, you gotta listen to me. I've listened to you talk, but you're not really listening to the factual facts of this case.
No, Ms. Johnson, I am. And what I'm telling you is I'm responding to what you're saying, which is you have been trying to do something about this since 2014. The fact that you haven't gotten anywhere should be an indication to you that there's nowhere else to go with this.
Okay, well then I'll deal with it in the civil courts then, because I do have that right.
You might disagree with what's going on or what the answer is, but it doesn't mean it's going to change. So the appellate process is the appropriate process, and so I can help you figure out who the lawyer is on that. if you would like to talk to that person, or I can give you the Victims' Rights Task Force phone number, and you can contact them. But those are your two issues now. Continuing to call here or continuing to yell at me isn't going to get you anywhere.
But your husband indicated on your page on Facebook saying that you wanted to dispute the situation with me. So which one is it? Because Jason, who I know works for the Oregon State Police, is the one who indicated that you wanted to solve the situation and hear what I have to say. But you're telling me to contact the Attorney General's Victims' Rights Task Enforcement, in which I knew that Douglas Hanson was a chairman for the non-compliance response team. Helen O'Brien didn't even know what to do because she knew that what he did was wrong.
I honestly don't know what you're talking about in all of those details there. But
okay, well, I can fax you the paperwork. I can fax you the information. I can fax you that it was your husband's Facebook that contacted and was writing. My husband saying that you want to indicate and talk to me. Yes, I can fax it to you if you want to see the evidence.
You can send whatever you want to send, but what I'm telling you is there's nothing more that we can do for you here.
Okay, well, I'll just see you guys in court, period.
Okay, so that would be, your next option. So
I have no choice.
You feel free to do that, but right now, there's just not anything else I can do for you.
Walter Big Loud left because of me, because I wrote a letter to him. He left, and that's how you got in the office.
No.
Yes.
No, Ms. Johnson.
Yes.
Mr. Biglaw retired.
He retired because of what happened with the letter I wrote him. That's why he didn't respond to it, because he knew what happened on the scrutiny of the Marion County DA's office. Because when you listen to the whole hour-and-a-half recording of what Douglas Hanson did, it proves that he broke constitutional rights, period.
Okay.
There's no other way around it.
Ms. Johnson, that's a perfect issue for you to raise with the Victims' Rights Task Force. That isn't anything I can help you with. So because this case has been adjudicated, because it's in an appellate position, there are other ways to manage this. But I can't solve this problem for you now. And
so then you can send me to the Victims' Rights and let them know about the situation that I have concerns about what had happened to me.
Okay, but that's what I'm trying to. Do you want to call them? I have a phone number for that if you would like to contact them. And if you have a complaint to file, that's the best way. Those are the best folks to contact.
Okay.
But what I'm telling you is I can't help you here. I don't have the power or the authority to do what you want me to do at this point. So I know that's frustrating to hear, and I appreciate that, and I would probably be frustrated if I was in your position too. But right now, the best that I can do for you is give you phone numbers so that you can try to seek remedy where it would be appropriate. So do you want that phone number?
Yeah, you could give it to me, and I'll try it again.
Okay, so the Victims' Rights Task Force is an 800 number, so it should be toll-free to you. It's 1-800-503-7983. And then do you want the attorney name on your husband's appellate case as well? Do you want that information? Because I can find that phone number for you too.
I know his name is Coben Patterson.
Okay, do you want me to try to find his information really quick for you? Because I've got my computer open and everything.
Yeah, but I have two questions. One is who's the DA that's handling this appellate situation? Because according to the paperwork, it was saying that Douglas Prince was the one that was.
Correct. That's correct. So he's the one handling the appeal, and he does work in my office. But that's a different person than Doug Hanson.
Well,
you know that, right?
I know that. I know Douglas Hanson was the original DA on handling this case originally in 2014. What I was saying is that Douglas Prince is the current DA handling the appeal.
Correct.
But what
Right.
what I'm confused on is if the appeal is a different situation and it's a whole different it's on an appellate level, why is a DA in your office dealing with the appeal situation? Wouldn't you think that would be a conflict of interest when a DA illegally prosecuted this man?
Well, it depends on what the appellate issues are. So it just depends on what did you say it's Coben Patterson?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me look that up really quick just so I can get you that information first. Let me see. Okay, Mr. Patterson's phone number is 503.
Okay.
371.
Okay.
1700.
Okay.
I also have an email address for him. Do you want that?
Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll work too.
Okay, it's his name,